What do you say when a potential partner reviews your proposal and observes the investment level exceeds our current budget?
Do you adjust your proposal immediately, or do you maintain a professional silence? Today, we share a more strategic approach. Welcome to Business English for Success.
Navigating discussions with a partner who has different views on your terms is an essential skill for any leader. We will focus on simple, clear language to uphold your company's interests while keeping the relationship very respectful.
We have 5 specific situations for you. We begin with a vital moment, the first minute of a formal meeting. How do you transition from a formal greeting into a productive professional conversation?
Let's look at how to establish professional rapport and start with confidence.
Imagine you are entering a room for a meeting with a new partner. The environment feels very formal, and the other person seems reserved or very focused on business.
In this situation, it is important to not rush into the contract details immediately. We use a method called the professional connection. Instead of talking about work, we focus on a shared industry interest or a positive observation about their organization.
This helps the other person feel more at ease. It shows you are a composed and professional individual. Let's listen to how Sarah and David use this strategy in their first meeting.
Good morning, David. Thank you for welcoming me to your office today. It is a very impressive workspace.
Good morning, Sarah. Yes, we moved here last year. Please, have a seat.
Thank you. I was reading about your company's recent project in green energy. It is very interesting to see your commitment to sustainability.
I appreciate that, Sarah. It is a major focus for our team right now.
It is clear you value high standards. I believe that is a great starting point for our discussion today.
I agree. Let's talk about how our goals might align.
Many people might say, "Can we start now?" or "I am here to talk about the price." This can feel too direct during a formal opening.
That is correct. Instead, Sarah said, "I was reading about your company's recent project." This phrase is very polite. It shows you conducted your research and you respect their work.
Now, let's practice 2 important phrases. Please listen and repeat. I was reading about your company's recent project.
I was reading about your company's recent project.
It is clear you value high standards.
It is clear you value high standards.
Great job! Your tone sounds very professional.
The atmosphere is now more comfortable. But what happens when the partner mentions the budget? In the next situation, we will look at how to manage a discussion about the price without losing your professional confidence.
Now we move to a common moment in professional discussions. The partner observes that the proposed investment level is higher than their budget.
In this situation, many people feel they must provide a discount immediately, but a senior professional uses a method called the value-based approach. Instead of discussing only the cost, we focus on the long-term benefits and the quality of the service.
That is right. We acknowledge their budget, but we guide the conversation toward the results. Let's listen to how Sarah and David discuss this perspective regarding the investment level.
Sarah, I have reviewed your proposal. However, the investment amount is significantly higher than what we allocated for this quarter.
I understand, David. Budget allocation is always an important consideration. If we look at the efficiency of this system, it is designed to reduce operational expenses by 15% next year.
That is a good point, but we still have a limit on our current spending.
I appreciate your position. Perhaps we can focus on the core features that provide the most immediate value for your team. This way, we can align with your budget while maintaining the standards you require.
That sounds like a reasonable approach, Sarah. Let's see which features are most essential.
Notice the difference in language. A common response is, "Our price is fixed," or "We are very expensive because we are the best." These phrases can end a productive discussion.
Instead, Sarah used the phrase, I appreciate your position. This shows respect for their professional situation. Then she used align with your budget. This is effective business English because it shows you are looking for a solution together.
Now, let's practice 2 effective phrases for budget discussions. Please repeat after us. I appreciate your position regarding the budget.
I appreciate your position regarding the budget.
We can align with your budget while maintaining quality.
We can align with your budget while maintaining quality.
Well done. You sound very confident and polite.
We have addressed the budget, but what if the partner asks for terms that might not be suitable for your company? In the next part, we will learn how to uphold your organization's interests while remaining professional.
Welcome to the 3rd stage of our discussion. Sometimes a partner may request terms that are difficult for your organization to fulfill.
For example, they might request a shorter delivery timeline or additional services without a budget adjustment. In these moments, we use the professional standards strategy.
Instead of a direct refusal, we explain the established standards of our company. This shows that your decision is based on quality and fairness. Let's listen to how Sarah and David manage this situation.
Sarah, we would like to adjust the final delivery date to 2 weeks earlier than we previously discussed.
I understand that an accelerated timeline is helpful for your team, David. However, to ensure the high quality of our service, we follow a specific process that requires the full duration.
We are facing significant time constraints. Is there any way to make an exception?
Our priority is to provide a reliable result. If we reduce the time frame, it may affect the detailed review process. To maintain the high standards of our project, I suggest we remain with the original schedule.
I see. We certainly value the quality of the final result. Let's proceed with the current timeline.
Did you notice Sarah's approach? A common mistake is to say, "That is impossible," or "My manager will not allow it." These phrases can sound unprofessional.
Exactly. Instead, Sarah used the phrase to maintain the high standards of our project. This is a very sophisticated way to set a limit. It connects your position to a positive goal, quality.
Excellent. Now let's practice 2 essential phrases for upholding your standards. Please listen and repeat. To ensure the high quality of our service, we follow a specific process.
To ensure the high quality of our service, we follow a specific process.
Our priority is to provide a reliable result.
Our priority is to provide a reliable result.
Excellent. You are communicating with great professional confidence.
Now that we have upheld our standards, how do we reach a solution that benefits both parties? Coming up next, we will explore how to find common goals and develop a plan toward a final agreement.
We are now at a very important part of the discussion. After explaining our professional standards, we want to demonstrate that we are ready to cooperate.
This is where we use the collaborative interest technique. Instead of focusing on limitations, we look for areas where both sides can achieve a positive result.
We use phrases that suggest a cooperative path. This helps to move the conversation from a disagreement toward a productive solution. Let's see how Sarah and David identify a professional solution.
David, although we need to maintain our original timeline for quality, I want to ensure your team feels supported. What if we provide a preliminary report 1 week earlier?
A preliminary report. That could help us begin our internal planning. It is a helpful step forward.
Exactly. We want to align with your internal requirements while we complete the detailed work. Does this adjustment assist your team with your internal requirements?
Yes, that is a practical suggestion. It shows you are considering our needs.
I am pleased to hear that. It is important for us to find a balanced way to work together.
Notice the phrases Sarah selected. Some people might say, "This is my final offer," or "Take it or leave it." Those phrases are too rigid and can affect the professional relationship.
Correct. Instead, Sarah used the phrase, "What if we," and Align with your internal requirements. These are polite and professional ways to offer a flexible solution. It focuses on being supportive rather than being difficult.
Great! Now let's practice 2 phrases for identifying a solution. Please repeat after us. What if we provide a preliminary report 1 week earlier?
What if we provide a preliminary report 1 week earlier?
We want to align with your internal requirements.
We want to align with your internal requirements.
Great! Your voice sounds very cooperative and professional.
We have identified a flexible solution. Now it is time to conclude the discussion. In our final situation, we will learn how to confirm the final terms so that both partners feel confident and satisfied with the outcome.
We have reached the final and most vital step. After identifying a flexible solution, you must confirm the agreement clearly.
This is the confirmation strategy. A professional leader does not conclude a meeting with uncertainty. We summarize the key points and state the next steps. This ensures that both parties have the same understanding and feel confident about the partnership.
We use language that is clear but very respectful. Let's listen to how Sarah and David conclude their discussion.
David, I am very pleased that we have identified a professional arrangement to work together. To summarize, we will maintain the original delivery timeline and provide your team with the preliminary report 1 week earlier.
Yes, Sarah, that supports our planning effectively. I appreciate your flexibility regarding the report.
My pleasure. I will have our team prepare the updated documentation and send it to you by tomorrow afternoon for final review.
That sounds excellent. I look forward to beginning this project with your organization.
Thank you, David. We value this partnership and are committed to a high-quality result.
Thank you, Sarah. Have a productive afternoon.
Notice how Sarah summarized the points. Some people might just say, "Okay, see you later," or "We are finished." This can lead to misunderstandings later.
Exactly. Sarah used the phrase "to summarize" and "I will have our team prepare the updated documentation." These are effective business English phrases. They show that you are organized and that you take the agreement seriously.
Now, let's practice the final 2 phrases for finalizing an agreement. Please repeat after us. I will send the updated documentation for your final review.
I will send the updated documentation for your final review.
We are committed to a high-quality result.
We are committed to a high-quality result.
Excellent work! You have completed the practice for today.
We have successfully managed a professional negotiation. But how do you recall all these phrases during a real meeting? Stay with us for the next part, where we review the most effective phrases from all 5 situations for your final practice.
We have explored 5 essential situations for professional communication today. David, out of all the phrases we used, which one do you find most helpful for a professional discussion?
That is a great question. I believe the phrase, "I appreciate your position regarding the budget," is very effective. It shows respect for the other person's situation while keeping the conversation open for a solution.
I agree. For me, focusing on professional standards is the key. It upholds the company's interests without appearing defensive.
We would like to hear from you. Have you ever faced a situation where you had to manage a budget discussion? How did you manage it? Please share your thoughts in the comments so we can all learn together.
Now, let's review 10 effective phrases from today's lesson. We will read each phrase twice. First, listen to the rhythm. Then repeat after us with professional confidence.
I was reading about your company's recent project.
I was reading about your company's recent project.
It is clear you value high standards.
It is clear you value high standards.
I appreciate your position regarding the budget.
I appreciate your position regarding the budget.
We can align with your budget while maintaining quality.
We can align with your budget while maintaining quality.
To ensure high quality, we follow a specific process.
To ensure high quality, we follow a specific process.
Our priority is to provide a reliable result.
Our priority is to provide a reliable result.
What if we provide a preliminary report 1 week earlier?
What if we provide a preliminary report 1 week earlier?
We want to align with your internal requirements.
We want to align with your internal requirements.
I will send the updated documentation for your final review.
I will send the updated documentation for your final review.
We are committed to a high-quality result.
We are committed to a high-quality result. Excellent work today. Professional communication is a process of consistent development. By selecting your words with care, you establish trust and respect in your professional field.
If this lesson supports your professional development, we invite you to join our community for more business English resources.
Thank you for practicing with us today. We look forward to seeing you in our next session. Have a productive and successful day.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.